something. As my hand gets to the top of the glass, he comes up, didn't get a chance to actually make contact, which was good. Back off, walk away, and then we repeat again. And again, all it is to teach him, even when things seem normal, right, to still be on alert. Where we're trying to induce suspicion, now it's like passive agitation. We're actually going to do one where we're going to have you with him seated beside you, and then Aiden, actually for that one, we're going to have you walk up, engage in conversation, blah, blah, blah. I'll give a signal, boom, you put him in drive, you start the attack right away. This is like passive agitation. The decoy is going to walk up, engage in light conversation with the handler. The dog has to remain seated, so we're incorporating some obedience into the aggression work. Now, if the dog starts to show aggression prematurely, the handler is going to give a correction, not too hard. We don't want the dog minding the handler. He should be aware of his environment and those in front of him. So he'll say, sit, help him out. And then once he sits now and everything's good, they're again engaging in conversation. Then what will happen is the handler will give the cue command, the dog will light up, the decoy will respond accordingly. He's going to hold us shorter, so he's going to have him by that flat collar. And then you just gauge. You take your time, come in, boom, and then that's it after the pressure. Let's do it. So you go straight on, not at an angle. Good, that's good, just like that. You keep engaging with him. Good, and you take your time, make sure you get a good feed. Bring it out first. Good. There you go, lots of praise, good job. Then the decoy walks up, he engages in light conversation with the handler. Notice that the dog was very sharp, he was very aware of the situation. Now again, it's a controlled situation. He's in the learning phase for this particular exercise. So I'm gonna do the same thing, gonna walk up, engage with the handler. And what we need is for the dog to exercise some type of restraint, and that's gonna be through the handler influence. And this prepares the dog for the real world, where things can go awry. And I hide the rag simply because we don't want to cue the dog with the equipment. Good, and I'm moving up quite casually. I'm not cueing the dog, I'm talking normally. And I mean, oh, what a big dog, wow. Wow, is he friendly? Man, look at you. What is that, a Corso? Hey, buddy, how are you, buddy? What's up? Man, he's not, how old is he?
4 now.
Oh, he's 4 years, he's a big one, man. Wow, look at that. Look at the size of this guy. Got a big old head on him. Wow. Wow, he doesn't like me. Holy mackerels. Very nice. Holy shit. You're going to get some. Oh, yeah. Oh. 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 Ah. Ah. Oh. Nice. Lots of praise. That's what we call scenario-based training. So we're setting up a situation that would replicate the real world, real circumstances. Somebody approaches, they're going to engage with the handler. Sometimes they may not. They might just walk up and look at the dog. The handler may not feel comfortable, so he's going to be ready. He's going to have his dog held close. He's going to utilize the obedience to keep him under control. And if he had to, God forbid, he would give the command, at which time the dog should light up at the person standing directly in front of them. And how we get the dog to do that is through the overt attack, the threat that comes from the decoy. Once we do that a few times with regularity, now the dog becomes suspect of anybody standing in front of him. This is where, with the personal protection dog, there's a lot of responsibility involved, meaning that you as a handler have to utilize your obedience to keep that dog under control. Remember, his job is to influence people, not win friends. With personal, this is not sport protection. I find there are some decoys out there that get the two mixed up. I myself used to compete in Schutzen, plan on doing it again. I coach right now. There's a difference between the sport dog and the personal protection dog. For the personal protection dog, this is his arena, the real world. So he should suspect any and everybody within his environment. Whereas with the sport dog, it's the guy that's wearing the scratch pants. We don't care so much about full grips in the real world. You're not going to sit there and think, oh, has he got a full grip on the guy? No, you need for the dog to overwhelm, to take the guy down, which gives you time to get away or to call the police. That's what it's all about. And so we're working on building confidence, not shattering it. And you got to keep in mind, not every dog that gets involved in personal protection is coming from working lines. Some of them may be more show or pet. So when we're testing them, there are certain things that we look for in the beginning in the way of aggression. And it may not be enough, a lot, sorry, but it will be enough for us to actually cultivate and bring it to where we need it, just for their application or their discipline. It's not sport work. We're not looking to earn points or save points. We're looking to deter. Walking by, nice and casual, keep going. That's right, now the attack. Good, give him some pressure. Good boy, that's it, keep the pressure on him. Nice. All right. Yeah, run away. Good job. Lots of praise. And again, what we're doing here is teaching the dog, even when he's in transit, when he's moving, to be aware of his environment. Because we started a lot of it in this position, so he knows this position. That's cue for the dog. But what if you're just walking? Sometimes that creates confusion for the dog because now everything is out of context. So we're going to do the same thing with me now. Going for a nice walk. Man. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Yeah, you're going to get somebody. Ooh. Yeah. Oh! Ah! Oh! Nice. Lots of praise. Good job. These exercises, we do them with regularity for several sessions. Remember, you're trying to form habits. Nothing can happen from 1 or 2 exercises or sessions. We need for that dog now, when he goes out with the handler, to be aware of his environment. The reason being is things happen and they happen quickly. So if we have that dog, when he goes out with the handler like this, think of the President of the United States. When he goes out in public, who does he have around him? The Secret Service, and they're like this. That's this dog's job, is to be aware of his environment. Whether the person just standing there, walking, or even a jogger, he's ready to engage. Remember, he's there to influence people, not win friends. Oh, yeah. Hey. Oh. Hey. Hey. Oh. Hey. Oh, yeah, that boy. Tell him, good boy. Hey. Dick. Oh. Good boy. That's right. You lean back. Dick. Oh. Hey. Yeah. Dick. Oh, nice. Lots of praise. We're just really frustrating the animal. The overt threat or attack, cracking the whip, coming at him, but at the same time, you notice I'm giving him an opportunity to bite and pulling it away. Threat, defense, prey. Defense, prey. And get him so heated that he doesn't even think about this anymore. Now it's just about biting. That's all it is. That was actually not bad. Oh yeah, tell him good boy. Hey. Hey. Nice. Oh, nice. Good. Notice I work around the sleeve. Yeah, that boy. Oh yeah. Oh, good boy. Lots of praise. That was supposed to be a miss. Very nice. Back into the heel. Beautiful. That was not supposed to be a bite. That was actually supposed to be a miss, but he reached out, he tagged me, and he kept me. That's perfect. That's what we want. So he's actually coming up in confidence. Then what's going to happen is slowly we're going to keep the fight on with the stick up in the air. Right now when he hits me, the stick comes down and there's a little bit of movement. Tap into that prey drive while he's on the grip. Then later on, once I feel that power in the fight, this comes up while we're fighting. So as soon as this comes up, they tend to do this right away. Counter. When that happens, oh! Then I bring him in. Oh! Then you're gonna see the dog's gonna come up and drive even more. That's what I wanna see. Beautiful. Good job, buddy. So it's a combination of doing a lot of the civil work that we started off with, the passive agitation, the aggression in transit, without equipment. Remember, this sleeve has nothing really to do with the development, I shouldn't say that, with true personal protection. It can be viewed as a toy for some of the dogs. Like in Schutzhund, it's more of a toy than it is the real thing. Here, we want the dog to view the sleeve as something that allows him to bite the man, not that I want to win the sleeve. It's a relief from stress, pressure, that's all it is. And notice, when I'm going through the process, I'll throw the sleeve on the ground. Kiki doesn't even care for the sleeve. He's just looking at me, and that's what we want. And we put pressure on the dog, and it varies. No two dogs are alike. Him, I may not use too much because it might put him back a bit. There are some dogs I got to use more because they become very lazy, complacent. They feel like they're King Kong. So a good decoy will read the dog and know how much to use. We can't just, because there's some decoys out there, that's what they think. Yeah, you shut the dog down. No, you're building confidence, not destroying it. We're gonna try one more round. That was really good, actually. Yeah, oh, nice. Good job. Hey. Ooh. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Hey. Oh, good boy. Hey. Oh, good boy. Hey, hey. Nice. Excellent work. We start the process by putting the dog into defense. I come right at the dog. I throw the sleeve on the ground. He doesn't even care about the sleeve. It's all about me. And he knows now that, okay, he's got nothing to fear. He's concerned of the decoy, not afraid, because he's still coming out to the end of the leash. I can kick the sleeve while it's on the ground. So this is good. Now what happens is, when it's time, put it on, pressure, pressure, defense, run by, miss. Same thing, miss. And why he's biting and fighting now is because he's getting mad, and that's what we want. And you don't have to get crazy with the pressure. A lot of guys think you got to, no, there's gonna be a time for that later on. Once we bring him up to that level where, okay, he's on, I can touch him a little bit, and I get one of those, I'll slip it. And that's how we build them. Like I said, no two dogs are alike. So with that said, know the case in front of you and work accordingly. I know today there's a lot of working line dogs out there, which makes it easy. Like I was telling my other client, you can take what we learned years ago, a number 8 dog and make him a 10, like that. Try taking a number 4 and making him a 10. It's a lot more work. Doesn't mean it can't be done, but you gotta look at it this way. The process may take a little bit longer, but he'll do it. And most people that come for personal protection, they're not coming sometimes with dogs that are coming from, these high drive kennels. Regular Shepherd, Rottweiler, Corso, from, just a regular breeder. But they still have the genetics. It may not be up here, but it's still there. So Doberman, Rottweiler, Corso, they're still driven by defense. So we just take that and we exploit it. Remember, we're teaching the dog, utilize his defense drive in order to satisfy his prey drive. And once he gets comfortable with the game and he always wins, now he loves it. Get into, let's say, your Schutzhund, your PSA, or even police dogs for that matter. Yeah, that's our life. But we're talking about personal protection. We're talking about all we need is for this big menacing dog to bark, show aggression. There's not many people that are gonna want to challenge him. And if they do now, we need for him to at least go in and engage. That's all it is. You're not looking to score points. This is not a sport dog. I keep telling people that. When I used to do some of the police dogs, it's not about sport. We're not worried about full grip. So long as they engage and they fight. The whole idea is to apprehend, slow the guy down. For the personal protection dog, it's to allow the handler to either get out of the house or to call the cops. It gives them time. That's all it is. So if you're thinking, well, it's all about full grip, I don't think you're gonna be thinking about that at that time. You just need for him to go in there and stop the threat. That's all it is. I was really good today. Very, very pleased with him today.